Because I know how much you guys love grocery haul videos and I still have to wait for my oats to cook in the hot water, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys what I got. So a lot of the stuff that I got is basically my essentials and things that you guys have seen on my vlogs a million times. There might be a couple things that you haven't seen before, especially if you're new to the channel, so that's why I kind of want to do that, just in case you're new around here and you haven't seen what I normally buy at the grocery store. This was a very basic grocery trip, and I just basically got the essentials and what I needed. I got some baby bok choy. I've been obsessed with bok choy and it's easily becoming a staple in my diet. I also got some dragon fruit because it's been ages since I've had it and it's amazing. I got some garlic because I love cooking the bok choy with the garlic, and I just love garlic. Like, it adds a flavor to everything and anything. I also got some real lemon juice. I got some sweet potatoes because your girl loves her sweet potatoes. I also got some mushrooms, and then crispy minis, another staple. These are like how I keep my salty tooth. Is that a thing? How I keep my salty tooth in check, because yeah, they're just amazing. And then I also got some Garlic Plus Clubhouse seasoning, one of my favorites. And I got some unsweetened vanilla flavored cashew milk, which is my favorite. I love it way more than almond milk. I think it's way creamier. It has way better macros as well, so you can't go wrong with that. And I got some light feta cheese. This one has 5 grams of fat per serving. Got some kombucha, which is a very expensive addiction, but I love it and it's good for you, so why wouldn't I have it almost every single day? When I don't have it, I go through withdrawals. That's a fact. And then I also got some hummus because I've been craving hummus a lot lately, and I got some sliced strawberries. I actually ended up going to Walmart because I went to Superstore, and then they didn't have the bigger bag of the sliced strawberries, so I got that one, but then they didn't have the shredded lettuce either because Walmart is like the only place where you can find this lettuce here in Canada. So I had to go to Walmart anyway, so I got another bag of strawberries because that's a huge staple in my diet. Whether it's on oats or Canute Puffs, Puff Food cereal, or my protein ice cream, huge staple. So I got some more shredded lettuce, got a whole bunch. And then this is another staple, my peanut butter and jelly sandwich maker. This is what I always make my peanut butter and jelly sandwiches with, and it has 10 grams of carbs. Sometimes that varies though, depending on how big the slice of bread is, so I recommend weighing it if you want to be exact with your macros. I also got some chicken breast because it's big. Chicken breast is big. So that's what we got here. Ew, ew. We're throwing that back in there until I cook it, because I'm not cooking it tonight. Hell no. Alright guys, that's like mad contamination right there. That is so disgusting. If you are new to my channel, first of all, welcome to the channel. I hope you're enjoying my content so far, and I hope that you've hit that subscribe button already. But you're probably wondering how I'm gonna make these oats. Super simple. I add 20 grams of chocolate peanut butter cup select protein, which you can get on www.pescience.com, and you can use my code Valentina for 30% off your order. But I simply add 20 grams of this in there. And then I always add around 30 to 50 grams of strawberries to it. It all depends on your macros and how many carbs you have to play with. This is why I bought another bag, because I literally go through this in like 3 days. 50 grams of strawberries. Menchie spoon is mandatory, by the way. I'm gonna add 10 grams of peanut butter to it. Let's see if I can like drizzle it on there. If you can drizzle it, do it. It looks better, but not happening today. And I also love adding some shredded coconut in there, because not only does coconut taste amazing, but it just gives it like a really yummy, crunchy texture. So that's about all I do with my oatmeal. It's my favorite way to eat it, and the best part is that I can literally have this everywhere because you can find hot water anywhere and you can pack quick oats and protein powder in little Ziploc baggies. The strawberries, obviously, you have to kind of go without, but just the oatmeal on its own is so creamy and just so freaking good. Definitely one of my lower protein meals because I only use 20 grams of protein powder in it, so it comes to like, I'm not 100% sure, I think like 17 grams of protein or 20 grams, no, like 17 grams of protein. I'll put the protein down here and just the macros overall. And the reason why I like it is because I like chicken, like I love chicken, so if I can eat chicken throughout the day and then like just have one of these meals that's like a bit on the higher carb end but lower in protein, it's a little bit better because my protein is lower and my carbs are higher. So that's kind of like my purpose with this meal, because I love chicken and I love Greek yogurt with protein powder in it, but it's so high in protein, so I like hate it because then I eat all my protein at once. And I do recommend spreading out your protein throughout the day. Try to get like 25 to 30 grams of protein per meal throughout the day. I don't know how exciting this is, but I am about to make some basa fillets. I normally do just bake them, but I'm gonna throw some other herbs and seasonings and flavorings in there, and hopefully it comes out even better than it has before. So I am just using these basa fillets that I bought at Walmart. They were frozen, but I did thaw them out. Got some basa fillets ready to eat. Looks so good. Alright fam, so since I got talking about protein, I figured that me and my cheat sheet here would share with things that I have learned over the past few years when it comes to protein intake, how much we should be having per meal, and what the benefits of eating protein are. So the most important thing about protein is the fact that lean protein actually helps you with muscle synthesis, which is essentially the repair of muscle tissue. So this is super crucial because if you are in the gym and you're breaking down the muscle and you want muscle growth, you need protein to help you rebuild that muscle that you have broken down in the gym. So that's one of the most important things. The second thing is that protein has actually been found to keep us satisfied longer, and this necessarily doesn't mean that it's going to help with fat loss, but it might help you have a lower caloric intake because you're going to be eating less if you find yourself less hungry. So that's one of the ways that it can help with fat loss, basically because it's going to prevent you from overeating. The other thing that's super important about protein is that it actually has a higher thermic effect, which means that it actually requires more calories to digest compared to fats and carbohydrates. So this means that you're going to essentially be burning more calories digesting protein. So when it comes to how much protein we should be having per meal, there are all kinds of different opinions, and at the end of the day, what I always say is do what works best for you. But I was just reading up on the study that they did where they fed people different amounts of protein, and they found that the people who had 90 grams of protein in one meal actually had no increases in muscle protein synthesis, and for those who had 20 to 30 grams of protein per meal, that was actually enough to stimulate muscle protein synthesis. So if we're basing it off of this study, then 20 to 30 grams of protein per meal would be more than enough to make sure that we're stimulating that muscle protein synthesis process, and we really don't require any more per meal. If you do have a higher protein intake, then there is no problem in having more. But for the minimum amount that you should be having, a 20 to 30 gram portion per meal. Of course, it'll help with your athletic performance because it just helps with recovery. It also helps us develop certain enzymes, hormones, It helps our immune system, and it also keeps our metabolism healthy as well. Since protein does help with muscle building, we'll be able to have a higher metabolism because the more lean body mass we have, the more calories we need to maintain that lean body mass. So this means that our body will be using up calories way better and metabolizing food a lot better. Now onto the last thing about protein, our intake and how much we should be having per day. So if you are an athlete who partakes in weight training frequently, then you want to make sure that you're having 0.6 to 0.9 grams per pound. I normally go with 1 gram per pound. So if you are a 150 pound individual, then you would be having 150 grams of protein per day. But just keep in mind, this is for very active individuals who actually need the extra protein. And for individuals who just aren't as active and just want to make sure they're getting at least enough protein to prevent protein deficiency, the recommended amount is 0.36 grams per pound. So I think that's about all that I wanted to share with you guys when it comes to protein intake and the importance of protein in our diets. Obviously, every macronutrient is very important, and at the end of the day, this all depends on like the person and their body type and their goals and all of that. I think that's about all I wanted to share with you guys when it comes to that. I never even told you guys what day it is. It's Friday, January 27th. It is currently 7:35 p.m. and this is what I'm doing on a Friday night. This is my life. I literally did my makeup just because I went to the grocery store and I was like, you know what? I want to look somewhat pretty. So I did my makeup. But yeah, that's what's happening tonight, guys. If anything else exciting happens, I will make sure to share it with y'all. But if not, then I will see you guys tomorrow. Good morning, YouTube fam. Since I haven't said hello to you guys today, January 28th, I believe, I'm gonna do that right now while I'm on my way to the gym. I'm not training today. It is Saturday, and I usually get Saturday and Sunday off. But I do have 2 posing clients, so that's why we're on the way to the gym right now. I got some amino IV though and alphamine in here because I need some caffeine, especially if I'm gonna be talking for like the next 2 hours. I'm just doing 2 posing sessions. This morning, I basically woke up at 7 in the morning. I actually made some time for reading and meditation as well. And then after that, I just jumped onto editing a video that I wanted to have uploaded by now, but for some reason, it took me a lot longer than I thought it was gonna take. I'm still not done editing it. So as soon as I am done with my 2 posing clients, I will most likely just get back home and get editing again. If you guys haven't noticed, this is like what my days literally look like. It's either training or editing videos or doing client plans, and that's basically what I do like every single day if I'm not traveling, which honestly I don't mind at all because like I like doing this kind of stuff. Earlier today, I actually had one of my clients reach out to me and she was talking to me a little bit about her goals this year and like what she's trying to pursue, and she mentioned that to her, competing and being a sponsored athlete and just being like a fitness motivator was one of her biggest goals, and that's like something that she really wants to pursue in life. And then she also mentioned that she wanted to kind of just like make that her full-time job. She was asking me for advice and like what I would recommend as someone who's been able to kind of achieve that in her life. I'm definitely not where I want to be, but I have kind of made a career out of what I do every single day, and I'm sorry it's so shaky. The first thing that I want to remind to anyone out there who's trying to pursue this and make this a full-time job is to remember that you actually can't make a full-time job out of competing, out of social media, unless you know how to market yourself. Like, being a sponsored athlete and being a fitness motivator is not enough to actually make it a full-time job. You need to find ways to monetize what you're doing. The biggest thing with social media is that there's a lot of people out there trying to do the same thing, and you really have to differentiate yourself and set yourself apart from the rest. And the best way to do that is honestly to just be yourself. be yourself and bring a lot of value to what you're trying to do every single day. So it doesn't have to be necessarily with fitness, just anything you're trying to pursue. That's kind of what I recommended to her, is just to like make sure that she's putting consistent effort into bringing value to all of the social media platforms that exist if possible. It is very hard and it's super overwhelming, but it is doable if you are putting effort into it. And then another thing as well is the fact that before you're able to make this a full-time job, you have to stick it out with whatever you have going on for yourself until you feel like you're in enough of a steady place to actually go ahead and pursue this as a full-time career. And the most important thing is that you have to remember that it's going to take time. You have to be patient. A lot of the people who are just getting into fitness are still very young and still have a lot of time, so don't rush into things. Take your time, work as long as you can, save money, and put a lot of effort into growing a name for yourself, a brand for yourself in social media, because nowadays we have every single tool possible to make a brand out of ourselves with social media. Like literally years ago, social media wasn't as big as it is right now, so the fact that we have social media available to us opens up so many doors and connects us with so many people. So it's up to you at the end of the day to put in the work, to bring value, to set yourself apart from the rest, and try to make a difference in whatever industry you're trying to pursue. And yeah, it's gonna be hard, but when you are pursuing something that you love and you're passionate about, the work isn't gonna feel like work. Oh, sorry. Don't do that. Don't ever just run on a crosswalk when there's a whole bunch of vehicles blocking the crosswalk. But anyways, if you are pursuing something that you love and that you're passionate about, it's not going to feel like work. It's just going to feel like something that you're doing to get to where you want to be, to get to your final destination. So that's kind of like my word of advice to her. I feel like today and age, a lot of people have similar goals to that, and we're all just trying to create something, and I think it's amazing. I think it's great. It's definitely doable. It just takes work, it takes time, it takes consistency, and not everyone is willing to do that, and that is okay. But if you are trying to pursue this and you do want to make something like this your full-time job, then it's something important to remember that it's not going to be easy, but if you are doing what you love, then it's going to be worth it. Oh my god, this is scary. Okay. Alright fam, I am gonna go ahead, leave you guys in here, go get into some clothing, and I will catch you guys in 2 hours. I'm just so hungry. No, but seriously, you guys, last time I ate was that smoothie bowl that you guys saw and the puckwheat cereal that you guys didn't see, but I'm sure you could have guessed that that's what I had on the side. Right now, I do need to grab some food to eat. I need to get straight to work and actually finish editing that video. Hopefully I actually get it done, because it should have been done like hours ago. I just don't know why it's taking me so long, and I will most likely see you guys later. You guys, if you haven't watched the video where I make these, go watch it. They're so good. Macros are 16 carb, 8 fat, 8 protein, but worth every bite. My mouth is watering. So I don't think I have anything else to share with you guys for the rest of the day, because I don't really have much planned. So I am gonna close up the vlog right now so it doesn't get any more random and ranty, because I know my videos tend to get that way. I need to stop doing that, and I need to like find a way that I can make my videos a little more structured and a little more organized, I guess. That way I'm not just putting out like random content and random stuff. So if you guys have any feedback, any suggestions that you'd like to make, please leave them down below, because I always appreciate that, and I do appreciate criticism a lot. It's the only way that I can get better at this. So let me know what you'd like to see more of. If you do enjoy these type of videos, then I will continue to make them. But if you enjoy like sit down videos with just informational type stuff, please let me know as well. I know you guys love the full day of eating videos, so I will continue to put out more of those. So let me know your thoughts, because I would really appreciate hearing what you guys have to say. As always, thank you so much for tuning back into my channel. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you give the video a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel and you enjoy my content, then make sure you hit that subscribe button. And if you have any questions for me, anything to tell me, then please leave it down below. I will catch you guys in the next video. Mwah.